We are heading now to the Newsmax studios in New York, and we are joined by my buddy and my colleague at 77 WABC Radio. She hosts, of course, The Specialist on Fox News Channel, also Curtis and Ebony on 77 WABC, the beautiful and talented and great patriotic Ebony Williams. Ebony, great to have you here.
Hi, Ebony.
Rita, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be with you guys. This is so important and so special. And you guys are really great Americans and great patriots for doing this year after year.
Well, you know what? You are such a big supporter of the troops, my friend. You and I have talked a lot about that. And you have also spent time with the troops. In fact, it's so funny. I go on your Facebook and your Twitter, and you were with like a whole bunch of like NYPD guys the other day. You were with a whole bunch of troops the other day.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's so important to give back? Because it's so important, especially in the news business. We talk about it all the time, Ebony, but this is a real moment to shine a light on true heroes out there. You know that all too well.
Absolutely, Rita. I mean, because these are human beings. These are people with families. These are men and women that make the grandest sacrifice. And their families do as well, right? We know that they're not serving in isolation. And I love that you guys have the K-9 packages, too, for the furry warriors, because that's so important and such a big part of this, because these are men and women that are sacrificing their time, sometimes the greatest sacrifice, certainly among us, so that we can be free. And we hear that all the time. Freedom isn't free, but it's real men and women putting themselves on the line in small ways and in huge ways for us to enjoy all of the liberties and the freedoms that we do in this great country, America. And I guess also really coming from my background as a defense lawyer and a criminal attorney, seeing these law enforcement officers, seeing what our vets do. We had Veterans Court, which was something I was so proud to be a part of when I was practicing law, that says, you know what, when you give of yourself for this country in this way, you deserve every bit of support when you come back home. And that's why these packages are so important.
You know, Ebony, I have to say that when Rita was introducing you, she was talking about going over all your social media. I promise you, she's not a stalker. She may appear that way, but she's not.
I am. I love it. No, Ebony and our mutual stalker. She's a great buddy. But you know what? It's so great. I just wanted, because, you know, sometimes you see somebody and you see Ebony, she's so beautiful on TV and radio, but she walks the walk. I mean, I hear you all the time, and you're always talking about how much you love the troops and do so much. So it's so great to have you showcased in that way, Ebony.
Of course, Rita. I mean, Rita and I go way back to, back when I was in Los Angeles and many years. And, you know, Rita, you, first of all, congratulations, my friend, on your Gracie Award. And when I see you being acknowledged for things like that, it's because, yes, you're a brilliant journalist and you've been in the game and you probably work harder than any person I know in it. But you also have a giving heart, Rita. And you stopped me just the other day and asked me to do this. And without hesitation, it's always going to be a yes for some woman of your magnitude, because you walk the walk and really, you're leading by example, and it is my honor and privilege just to follow. So thank you.
Oh, well, we love you. And by the way, to Ebony's credit, when I said it's for the troops, she's like, I'm in. I'm in. And you know what, Ebony, we talk about it all the time on 77 WABC Radio. We talk about all the time about what's happening overseas in all these different spots. But I do feel sometimes Americans forget, and we were just talking about this earlier, that there are 200,000 troops out there and in some very difficult spots, as you know.
Absolutely, and more all the time. You know, exactly. We cover this stuff on WABC. We cover it also on Fox News about every day the changing climate that's going on in the Middle Eastern region, that's going on in North Korea, that's going on in all of these various places with the war on terror and our valiant efforts to defeat and destroy ISIS. And we're talking about it in the broader context, but these are, like I said, real men and real women that are fighting these fights and forging these battles on behalf of every single one of us as Americans. So, my God, if we can't support them, then frankly, I'm not sure what we're doing.
Absolutely. And by the way, you are great on social media, so you got to tweet out Troopathon, my friend, okay? Tell everybody to keep watching.
I just sent that tweet out. I just sent that tweet out.
All right, we'll retweet you.
Important. They have got to... Yeah, retweet me because you know what? It's small ways, big donations, all of it matters. It's so important. You've got to call 8442 troops, because this is going to make someone's whole day to get something and be remembered and know that, you know what, we care, we love you, and we support you, and we thank you for all that you're doing.
And we thank you, Ebony. Thank you so much for joining us.
Love you, my friend. Thank you so much, Ebony.
No, thank you. Love you all. Thank you. God bless America. Love our troops.